about to have a blast today. Let's do a junkie roll call.
Sound off like you got a pair.
The great Daddy Coogee.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of?
She probably still got an old school TV.
Why do you say this to me?
I'm the only girl, so I wanted to do anything that my brothers were doing.
Oh, yeah, you blend.
She's cute too, huh?
Indeed!
So, that's fine. Just give us a second.
She with you?
I'm a big JRPG person.
We've just lost half the audience.
Case that's supposed to be full. Oh, why?
But he'd have to be fast. I'm your man. No, you're not. You're too slow.
It ain't just about being fast.
I did not see one Asian in that movie.
Let's not stand on ceremony here.
It's a business. Who cares about the people's feelings?
Aim for the bushes.
I could do this all day. I got big boy pants on!
Hello, all you happy people.
Gotta be cans.
What is going on out there in Junkie Land? Welcome to Culture Junkies Live. It's Wednesday. We're going to be talking Turtles today because we're not going to have a show on Friday because we're going to go see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And let's get a quick Junkie roll call out there. Sound off, everybody. Big Kahuna.
That be me. He is I as he.
All right. Next.
It be the great Daddy Coogee, and I'm back again. Let's keep.
You got bars? You got bars? Let's go, man.
Ass rapper here to stay. I play the Genesis almost every day. Not.
Okay. Next.
What's going on, everybody? Good to be here tonight.
Oh man, how you gonna follow that up? You got bars too, man?
No, I just ate like a whole box of Raisin Bran, so I'm
oh boy, watch out. Seb might disappear on us, guys. So just forewarning. And last but not least.
That would be the return of the great Josh. We love Junkie Nation.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Compliment, man. That was a compliment.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So anyway, guys. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Turtles. And our excitement for Teenage Mutant Turtles Out of the Shadows. I have no idea who's going to end up joining us eventually later. It may be GQ, it may be somebody else. They're kind of straggling behind. We'll see. Obviously, you can see none of the ladies are on this show. I don't know why. Don't know where they're at. Doesn't matter. Show goes on. So real quick, I promised I'd do this real fast. Following up from Monday's show when we talked about the X-Men, I have somebody else that really wanted to give his thoughts on the movie, and it's not Josh. Go ahead, former Mr. Pessimistic.
Tell him why you mad, son.
Yeah, exactly. Tell him why you mad, son. What's going on?
The film was just lazy. Like I said, they lack vision. They lack true direction, and I'm really tired of seeing Xavier, Magneto, and Mystique, if not Wolverine, being used over and over and over again. I got a lot to say, but I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Is that it's like they focus all their efforts onto the Quicksilver scene to show what he can really do, and everybody else kind of just gets like brushed off to the side with like a little bit of showcasing, not really what they can do here and there and whatnot. You know, I know most of you guys thought it was okay and whatnot. That does not get a passing grade with Marvel setting the bar higher and higher. It's like if you're gonna do a comic book movie, you have to meet the standard or go past it, and Fox just don't give a crap, man. They just don't care. So I thought the Quicksilver scene was entertaining. Most of the film I thought was just lazy. So I mean, we can go into it once the show's done with and whatnot. But I hopefully Turtles will be better. We'll see. That's all I got to say about that for now.
Anybody got any follow-up comments to Sev's take on the X-Men? Disagree? Agree?
I think Turtles will be much funner than X-Men.
Is that a word? Funner? Is that a word?
Funner is funnier.
It is now.
Oh, you said funnier? You said funnier? Is that what you said?
Funner.
No, funner Ister.
Okay. All right.
It's got two E's.
Never mind that. Some of my fellow junkies have a basic lack of basic knowledge of the English language. We'll move right along. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Out of the Shadows. Uh, this movie, I mean, honestly, coming off the heels of the first film, being directed by Michael Bay, there's GQ. What's going on, man?
Not much. The powers that be forgot about the power that's me.
Hey, damn! I pretty like that. I like that. That's nice. Anyway, so we coming off the heels of the first film. I It's a Michael Bay film. It was Michael Bay directed Turtles thing. Not directed, but he had his hands all up in it, and I was just not excited to see it at all. But the trailer of this one actually kind of got me really interested. You saw the Technodrome, you saw Krang. It just seemed like it was going to be much more fun. So let's start off with what does everybody think about this about Out of the Shadows? Having Stephen Amell, Arrow being Casey Jones, Megan Fox and her wooden acting is back. So what does everybody think about it?
First of all, the trailers, the last one, it didn't really excite me, but at least they're trying to, get some of the source material from the books and the animated series thrown in there and whatnot. I think Stephen Amell is the wrong choice for Casey Jones. He's too pretty, and everybody know that Casey Jones is a bit of a roughneck, rough, tough kind of guy and whatnot. And you got Stephen Amell, who looks like he belongs on as an Abercrombie Fitch model. So it's poor casting there. The CG in the trailer didn't strike me for Bebop and Rocksteady as, I don't know, polished, but again, I'll have to wait and see the final product. But I'm not excited for it, but the wife's going to be out of town this weekend, so either I'll go see it or stay home and play video games all day.
You need to have something to do, I guess. Josh, what did you think of the Turtles? This trailer? Are you excited to see it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Steph kind of nailed it. It really looks like I'm not as familiar with some of the older Turtles comic books. I've seen some of the IDW stuff, but it's like they're trying to make a live-action version of the cartoon we grew up loving. It looks like an amalgamation of the cartoon we grew up loving in a video game in live-action form. I mean, to the best extent. I agree with him though that I don't think that Amell was the best choice for Casey Jones, in my opinion. Elias Koteas will always be Casey Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I concur.
Yeah, the grungy Casey Jones was absolutely exactly what we wanted. Yeah.
Cool, tough guy, just a little bit grungy, grimy, just enough to steal April O'Neil's heart. I like it.
Yeah. Kahuna, what'd you think this last trailer?
I'm actually looking forward to seeing it. Like the first one, honestly, I haven't even watched the first one all the way through yet. I've watched like bits and pieces just because I couldn't, man. It was
terrible.
It's just weird, man. I mean, just especially looking at the Turtles, they just look weird.
Mm-hmm.
But the second one looks good. I'm excited for Rocksteady and Bebop. That's who I really was excited for. I mean, it looks good to me. And like everybody else, Stephen Amell is not a good choice for Casey. I mean, in the commercial, you got him smiling and shit. Casey Jones don't smile.
True. GQ?
The movie looks like it's going to be what it's going to be. I mean, again, the first one was what it was. It had its moments. Megan Fox's April O'Neil is kind of blah. They could have got somebody a lot better. I mean, if you look back at the original second film, Paige Turco looked a heck of a lot better than Megan Fox does right now. So it's like, that was almost 20 years ago now. And I mean, just to be real, I mean, Seamus is going to be interesting, but he's only going to be in the movie for like 2 minutes, probably. And then Stephen Amell as Casey Jones is like, I would have rather seen like Luke Evans or somebody be Casey Jones, but Luke Evans wouldn't probably partake in this type of film, at least this film anyway.
Okay, and Dido.
Well, you know me, not trying to sound like I'm always neutral. I mean, I look I look at the trailers and all that stuff, and I am more interested in seeing it than the first one. I always try to give every movie a chance, but I wasn't excited when I was done watching the last Turtles movie because some of the decisions that they decided to make, which was like, everybody doesn't have to be connected. April O'Neil does not need to be, oh, you guys were my pets when my dad worked at the... No. Doesn't have to do all that stuff. That was kind of dumb. This new one looks way more exciting. It is playing on the nostalgic hearts of all of us when it comes to the cartoon, because it is the first time Bebop and Rocksteady has ever been anything outside of the cartoons. Like, I'm assuming he's been in the comic books, but I have no idea because I don't read any of the comic books. And if it's like any other comic book, they probably got 15,000 different iterations of them, and you don't know which one is supposedly the real one. But I kind of want to go see. No, not going. I am going to go see it, and I'm a little bit excited, kind of, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for anything other than an action movie with some turtles in it. The original movie is still going to be the best one.
Oh, so does everybody kind of have which? Okay, well, let's switch to what does everybody think? What is everybody looking forward to the most in this film? What stood out? What's really bringing you in? Obviously, it's not Megan Fox, but what is it that really, really, really caught your attention this time and makes you want to see the film?
What caught my attention is I'm trying to understand why they're wearing pantaloons in certain scenes.
They don't want the little turtle dingles hanging out. Man.
Turtle dingles. Turtle dingles.
I don't even know how to respond to that one. You got me on that one. Turtle dingle.
Turtle dingles. That's hilarious.
That sounds like a snack food.
I hope not.
Call me in the movie theater Friday like turtle dingles.
Turtle dingles. That's pretty funny.
Thing is, it's like, okay, it's a Michael Bay film because you can see his hand print
all over it.
The little flying ships, weren't those in Transformers 3? It's almost like there isn't really that much. I'm not going to say that much, but when we see the trailer, it's like you've seen this before. So it's like they're on the rooftop fighting. Like you saw that in Transformers 3 and 4, and you saw it in the last Turtle films. Well, now I'm like, why does the fights always have to accumulate on a rooftop somewhere? Or what is with rooftops and whatnot? I hope that they get Krang right. Like I said, I'm actually pulling a page out of Dido San's book and going in here with low expectations and butter popcorn. And,
wait a minute, butter popcorn?
No jujube?
Yeah, you take popcorn and you put butter on it and you eat it and move it there with butter popcorn.
Yeah, I know what it is. Thank you. I know what it is.
Okay, that's all. So outside of that, I mean, hopefully we'll actually see the actual, brotherly love amongst the turtles that was sorely lacking in the first film. Raph made that speech in the end, and I was like, what do you mean you wanted them to try harder? You was always trying to get away from them, and it's, I don't know, maybe we'll see that, but like I said, it's my expectations are low, like a
X-Men,
a low class,
like X-Men Apocalypse, low, X-Men Apocalypse,
lower than that.
Anybody else got any other anticipations for seeing this film? What about the Turtle Van?
I think that's kind of cool that they did.
Yeah, the turtle van, a little garbage truck. It looks pretty sweet.
It's gonna be shooting manhole covers.
Yeah, I don't know how many manhole covers they stole. Right?
I know, right?
Manhole covers that they steal, because I'm sure there's a lot of streets of New York with missing manhole covers. That's their ammunition.
For real. For real.
If they don't shoot a pizza out of that goddamn thing, I'm gonna be so pissed.
The crazy thing is,
Michelangelo does not take Vinny's pizza and shove it in there just because he's out of ammo, like the sewer lids. I'm gonna walk out of the theater.
Oh, okay, all right.
I have a very strong feeling you're gonna walk out. I still actually have that pizza thrower toy.
Do you? Of course you do. Of course you do. You're a collector. You don't get rid of anything, do you?
Well, you should. You should still have it.
Yeah, I buy it. This is something that I want, so I'm going to keep it. Donate toys to children.
I tell you, I wish I still had my. Actually, no, I don't know if I. Anyway, I don't know what happened to any of my toys at all. But
all right,
I don't need them right now.
Then What's the over under? Well, now the projections are already saying, and this might bring some happiness to Sev's day. Turtles is already projected to dethrone X-Men Apocalypse as the reigning box office film for the weekend. What's the over under? What do you think this thing is going to gross, and is it going to do better than the first film?
Well, how much did it take to make first? Like,
I will get those figures for you. Hold on tight, but please do continue. What do you think is going to happen?
I would not be surprised if it dethrones X-Men and whatnot, because I think this film probably gonna have more of like a lighter tone. We'll have Michelangelo making a bunch of dumb sex jokes that the kids don't get, but the adults are gonna get. And people in the bestiality are probably gonna love it and whatnot. You know, it's a turtle.
Wait a minute. Wait. People that love bestiality are gonna love
the furries, man.
They're out there.
Oh,
they're out there.
We know.
So would they be called slimies because they're turtles instead of furry?
I don't know.
Conversation is derailed.
Completely.
It's going down a
I
bad.
do think that it is going to surpass X-Men. I already see X-Men probably gonna have like a 68% drop this weekend. And you know that's Fox's fault, but you know they always screw them up anyway. But yeah, I think it'll beat it hands down this weekend, no questions asked. And it'll probably.
What did X-Men make? Didn't it make like 70 million?
67 million this past weekend.
Over a holiday weekend.
Over Memorial Day weekend, including Thursday, only 67,000
million.
I mean 67 million. Excuse me. Yeah.
Your facial expression says it all, GQ.
I'm sorry, but it's X-Men. It should have made at least 100. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I saw somewhere. I think the budget for this film is 135 million.
Really? That was it?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I should have known. I should have sent Josh to get it. I knew he'd get it. Anyway, go ahead.
The whole damn movie was green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna make bank. The first one made 500 mil. This one's gonna do better in every way, shape, and form.
If you look at it, the first one was people were curious as well. And you look at this one's got a little bit of nostalgia for people like us that grew up with cartoons, bringing in some of the characters we're familiar with, so that's kind of that curiosity, plus all the kids that want to see turtles.
You have noted
desire to see.
You have no desire.
I had no desire. Yeah, I had no desire to see the first one whatsoever. But
yeah,
this one I actually. It's got all the stuff that come on. It's got Krang. It's got the Astrodome. It's got the robot. It's got.
Wait a minute. Does this dude call it the Astrodome? Did this dude really call it the Astrodome? I think you're thinking of baseball a little too much, man.
He just pulled
Did I say Astro?
right there.
Did I say Astrodome?
Yeah, you said Astrodome. What? That isn't even standing anymore. Are you thinking about that?
Apparently, I've tried them.
Yeah, I think you watched Bad News Bears Breaking Training one too many times, my friend. Please continue.
Wow. The fact that you even know about any Bad News Bears besides the first one is pretty sad.
Hey, I was a kid when I first watched that thing, and I thought the Astrodome was pretty cool. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
I first watched it, and it was pointless.
It's got Bebop and Rocksteady. It's got the Technodrome. It's got the Astrodome. It's got the Technodrome. It's
There you go.
It's got pretty much exactly what we want and expect to see in a Turtles live action movie if we were 12.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean it's gonna get the dads out of the house to go see this for nostalgia throwback and some of the non-dads like myself.
You know, my question is Krang gonna sound like Krang?
It'd be cool if he did. I bet you they.
I don't know. Because y'all know who the voice for Krang is?
Yes.
No, who is it?
I don't know.
It's
the guy. It's
Raymond's brother from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Oh,
his
really?
brother?
It's damn, what is that dude's name?
With
I
the
forget his
deep
name.
ass
I
voice.
look back 'cause
Yeah,
I didn't watch Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, it's not Ray Romano. It's the tall guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget dude's name.
I
I
didn't
forget.
watch the show.
Hold
So.
on. So, but who was the original voice?
I don't know, but he's a voice actor. I can't
Josh,
remember his name.
Josh, you can go and track down that information.
Yeah, I'll track that down.
Thank
but
you, my
Brad
friend.
Garrett's the name of the guy who's doing it in
Brad
this movie.
Garrett.
Yeah,
There it
Brad
is.
Garrett.
It's
Yeah,
Brad
yeah.
Garrett.
And
Yeah.
he
Oh, so
actually
he's
has
gonna have
done
voice.
quite a bit of voice acting, though.
Oh no, he does a lot of voices actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get it wrong.
Stacy D
Yeah,
Pro.
it'll definitely be different.
Yeah, Stacy D Pro in the chat says she hopes. I just hope Casey Jones doesn't go on a long monologue about being stranded on an island. And yeah. No flashbacks either, please. No flashbacks. Yeah.
You know they're gonna have to explain where Casey came from or some silliness that nobody cares about, but they're gonna do it.
Hey,
I'm gonna die laughing if they do a flashback for him.
Hey, GQ.
So the answer to your question, though, is twofold for Krang's original voice. It's two actors, Patrick Fraley and Townsend Coleman.
Okay.
Yeah, Townsend Coleman, I think, is the guy's name, because when they did that Turtles, the new Turtles, it's not really a reunion, but you had the '80s Turtles meet the new current Turtles. They did an episode of Nickelodeon, and they got all the original voice actors back, including Krang.
Turtles Forever. Yeah, Turtles Forever. Yeah.
No, not Turtles Forever. They just did this year.
Oh yeah. With the I heard about that.
Manhattan or whatever.
No, not
actually
the.
watched that.
No, it's
So it
not.
was free on
Yeah,
Nickelodeon.
yeah. It was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. My an island. Hand of Omega says he doesn't get the whole island thing. He's talking about Stephen Amell being Arrow and being stuck on an island. That's what he's.
He obviously doesn't watch Arrow.
Oh man. Okay. Anyway.
I don't even watch Arrow, and I knew about that.
Right. I know, right? Everybody knows about that. So anyway, guys, we anticipated, dethroning X-Men over the weekend, but would you say that this? I mean, Turtles isn't really going anywhere. We know that. Let's switch from this movie. Let's move to movies of the past. Which one before this one was the absolute best Turtles movie? In my opinion, it's that 3D one that Studio Magi did back. What was it? Back in 2007.
2007.
Yeah, 2007. No. That one was the best one to me. I loved that one. I thought that one was great. But that's just me.
You were probably
Which
under
one?
the influence of narcotics when you watch it. That's why you like
This guy always with that. Always with that. What was the best?
Hey man, I saw it opening weekend too. It was okay. It wasn't the best one is what was it? 91. That's the best one.
What was it? The Secret of
Yeah, the first one was the best.
Yeah, Stacey.
Everybody knows it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles Trapped in Time. No, I'm just
can I get rid of Josh somehow? Is there any way I can Is there any way I can get him off of this show somehow? I mean, is there a way I can kick him off?
Honestly, two was my favorite.
He couldn't even finish saying it before he had to be like, nah, I
Two was awesome, but I think they messed it up where the Turtles couldn't use their weapons.
Yeah.
And they like, oh, the Turtles can't use their weapons because kids and blah 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 blah.
Which I thought was
Turtles
complete
had the
crap.
weapons in the cartoon.
Right. But if you notice, even in the cartoon, they didn't really use them a lot.
Oh no, they changed it with Michelangelo because of freaking England, and got to call it Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and you can't use nunchucks, but you can use a katana and a sai.
Wow.
And a grappling hook. I'm like a grappling hook.
They changed it
It
to the
has a
goddamn
hook. It has a 3-pronged hook.
Wow.
You can take the grappling hook and just throw it at somebody, and oh look, there's a shoulder blade getting all serrated and whatnot. It's America.
Well, if you look back at the original episode, I mean, they were going crazy with the weapons in that episode.
Yeah, they were.
This episode,
they were
fighting robots. It was on. It was like, oh, really? Let's just start killing.
I remember that he was like, Clang? Did you say Clang?
That episode was awesome, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to love this show. And, like you said, they bastardized it once they were like, oh, we can't have the kids using weapons. I'm like, please. I would have got sized the moment I saw this cartoon. I'm like, yep.
Absolutely.
And then once CBS got a hold of the show, it really went downhill.
Did it
I started
ever?
watching it after that, man. When CBS took it over, it came on like Saturday mornings on CBS. I was like, what the heck is this? like, this is the turtle I know. I was like, I can't watch this. I'm gonna go outside and play.
I know.
What kid does that today? No kids go outside and play today. They're always watching TV. That's terrible. That's terrible. Anyway, continue, please. Josh says it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. I'm actually going to hold him to that because those words crossed his lips. Those words crossed his lips. Kuna, what was your favorite Turtles movie? Which one was the best to you?
I like 2.
Secret of the Ooze?
You would like 2.
Yeah, of course he liked 2 because of Ernie Reyes. Of course he did. No, he liked Ernie Reyes. It was Ernie Reyes.
And he liked the Vanilla Ice dance
because there was another Asian in there. Automatically, you gotta like it.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well,
that was the reason why.
The funny thing is, Michael Jai White was in that movie too, though.
Who was he playing?
He was?
Yeah. Michael Jai White had a non-speaking cameo. Not cameo, but a non-speaking role in that film.
It was when they were doing
Keno's audition thing for the hand.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for the foot.
Right before that, because he didn't show up in that scene when they were in the actual warehouse. He was sparring with people. It was a scene where we're recruiting, kids, teenagers or whatever, on the street, and Keno was, supposed to go in there and infiltrate. Michael Jai White standing there with like a red hoodie on, just in the background, just chilling.
Just playing Thug Number 1.
Right. Okay.
That's exactly what it is. But then the very next scene, you don't see him at all. I'm like, dude, you had a accomplished fighter right there. That would have been an awesome fight to have him and Ernie Reyes go at it.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
One of my favorite scenes was when he had to snatch all the bells off without making a sound.
Yeah, he called Raph in to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Raph came running in.
Which is dude.
When you look at that makeup and you look at the way that it was, there's no way that those bulky suits could move that fast. Even as a kid, I saw.
He's a ninja, damn it.
Yeah, even as a kid, I saw through that.
Hey, but the way they fought in them damn suits, man, that was pretty sweet.
Ninja kicked the damn rabbit.
Actors were awesome in that freaking movie, man.
Well, Stacey D brings up something. Stacey D, thank you for the contributions to the show. This is great stuff. Have they even hinted at a Vanilla Ice cameo in the new one? At least he be on the soundtrack. So supposedly there is one.
They're gonna get Justin Bieber to make a cameo
as Vanilla Ice.
The original April was supposed to be in there, but they cut it.
Oh really?
Yeah, there was a scene. There was a set photo that was leaked, and she was standing right next to Megan Fox, and there was a scene. I forgot the scene was supposed to be, but they ended up cutting it.
Was it the original one from the 90s? Or
the original?
Yeah, from the first movie.
Yeah, from the very first, because she wasn't even in the second one, which honestly was an upgrade in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was an upgrade in my opinion. So,
not in terms of acting, Judith Hogue is superior in every conceivable way. I'm sorry.
I agree, Josh.
Excuse me, wait a minute. Is this some kind of a redhead bias here? I'm hearing.
No, Judith Hogue is not only. Oh, by the way, she's still hot. I met her at Comic-Con last year.
Oh, that's right, she was there. I forgot. Oh, okay.
She was there last year. But no, Paige Turco just wasn't as good as. Yeah, she's much more attractive for sure, but she just wasn't as good of an actress.
Yeah, but at that time, in I don't know, life, I wasn't worried about whether they could act. I was worried about whether they were cute or not.
She's also not a redhead, man. I needed the continuity, man.
Yeah. To me, looks.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little off the rails here while I put. Josh, is your wife a redhead by chance?
Not at all. No. I actually don't know my wife's natural hair color. It's anyone's guess. Only your Undertaker knows for sure.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, does she know about your little redhead fetish? Because, I mean, if she does, maybe you should talk her into dyeing her hair red. You know
I'm Irish. Sue me. I mean, I'm sorry. Maybe it is a bias, an unknown bias.
Well,
okay, I'm sorry. That's what
But going even further away from the movies, let's go into the cartoons, because the cartoons essentially is where a lot of people got their love for the show. Or, I mean, not for the show, for the franchise.
Oh yeah.
I was a comic collector for a little bit. I had some of the early issues, but when the show came around, it was like, dude, this is all sorts of fun. So, what are some of you guys' favorite moments or episodes?
Honestly, it was probably that first, like the first season and whatnot. Me and my brothers were so pumped. We literally like made like homemade ninja weapons out of like hangers and like cardboard boxes around the house and whatnot. We took my mom's like purple scarf and cut a hole in it for like a Donatello mask and whatnot, and she was pissed, but dude, we didn't care. It was like all about the turtles, man. So like that first season for us, man, like we played Ninja Turtles with our cousin and kids on the block almost every other day, or any time that our parents would allow us to go outside. It was like let's play Turtles, man. So like the first season was probably like the best for me because it was probably the more action oriented one, and then it slowly started to like dial it down and whatnot. And then when they did the coming out of their shell concert, that's when we were over.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
You had to bring that up. Oh my gosh!
Wow.
You cannot have the discussion without bringing that up, man. The thing is, I almost went as a kid because my auntie got me tickets, but I wasn't feeling them no more, and I was like, just take somebody else, man. I was like, they're playing instruments. They're not killing anybody or kicking anybody. I was like, I'm not interested in this and whatnot, so I didn't go.
Yeah, I kind of did that interesting deal.
All right, Josh, how about you, man? What were some of your favorite moments from the cartoon?
I've got some random like memory issues, so I remember so much of the cartoons vaguely, but I always remember the dumbest things vividly. So like I remember one time Shredder became brainwashed to think he was Michelangelo, or they got brain swapped or something, and then he would revert back if someone said Shredder, like the worst keyword ever, and so some cheese got stuck in a pizza shredder, and he's like, oh, some cheese got stuck in the shredder, and he reverts back to Shredder. It was just a horrible episode, but
Yeah.
I don't know, it sticks in my memory for some reason.
Stacy D. Pros got one. Stacy D. Pros in the chat's got one. Great contributions. Great TV moment. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Power Rangers in Space crossover. Couldn't quite finish without laughing. Yeah, I have to admit, yes, that one was pretty bad.
Power Rangers in Space.
I remember seeing snippets of that episode, and I already didn't like Power Rangers time, but I remember my brother was watching it because he was like a huge Power Rangers fan, and I was like, "Is that the Turtles?" And like the Power was like, "Hey, look, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles," and like the way they said it, you could tell it was so like badly acted, and I was like, "Well, how would you know what the Turtles are if this is your first time meeting? Like you got like a dossier on them or something?" And it was so out of place, and plus like the costumes they had for the Turtles was like third rate, like made in like a cheap sweatshop, man. Like the mouth was barely moving. It was bad. I didn't watch the episode, but I was like, I can't finish it.
You're talking about that the next mutation?
Next mutation?
Yeah, the next mutation.
No, I'm talking about the crossover episode.
Well, I think those were just from the next mutation. That show.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, with Venus de Milo, the fifth girl turtle.
Oh my God, I can't believe
with the turtle tits.
Did that. I couldn't believe that they did that. Turtle tits. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy.
Not as bad as Howard the Duck, though, but...
No, not as bad as Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is a cult classic. How dare you?
It is, though.
I'm talking about duck tits, though.
It is, though. It is a cult classic.
What are you talking about? That was like my formative years. I get tits wherever I can get them.
Like duck tits.
The crazy thing is they actually show that on regular TV. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
You want to show
definitely on like cable television. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys. Well, let's.
So, Dido.
Who else didn't go yet?
I didn't go, but see, my problem is when it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as an adult, I love the freaking cartoon. I try to watch it now, and it's kind of hard to watch. And almost all the episodes kind of like meld together because like they damn near did the same thing in every episode. And it was fight the foot, eat some pizza, yell cowabunga, and it's just like, it's like that. So I can't. I mean, I remember some episodes, like the first episode where they actually, one of the first episodes where they were stealing a rhinoceros and the warthog from the zoo, the stupid roadkill Rodneys, I think they were called, which
yes, they were.
You don't see anywhere but the video game, and what the hell is that that gator? Like I remember the friggin' frogs that they had. What the hell is the frogs?
The frogs?
Yeah, they had like fucking mutant frogs, and not
Battletoads. Oh, you're not the Battletoads.
This was like in Turtles.
Yeah, I remember. I just can't remember their names.
Yeah, I don't remember the hell names. And Usagi Yojimbo. I remember like those characters, but I can't remember the actual episodes. I'm gonna have to borrow GQ's box set and sit down and watch them.
I know.
Yeah, I can't remember. I
Usagi
can't
Yojimbo
remember any
episodes were
episodes
like
specifically, but when Usagi Yojimbo, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
those were must see. That was
They
like
were.
event television when Usagi showed up.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, hold on, Usagi's back. Oh,
Right.
Okay, I gotta watch this episode.
Usagi was like definitely one of the better episodes every time. Every
Did you guys hear that? Not to mean to cut anybody off, but it just totally popped in my mind. Baxter Stockman's gonna be in this movie.
Yeah, it was
Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tyler Perry. It's great.
They actually got his race right from the comics, which is
I know.
a trip. I was like, wow.
It is a trip because, like, I mean, seriously, they gave not one single solitary thought to switching that to a white man in the original series. They switched that one so quick. It was like, hey, there's no way that a black man can be a scientist. Are you kidding me? No, there's no no kid's going to believe that.
Maybe they just didn't want to turn him into a mutant fly. I mean, they were trying to avoid something.
Maybe that. Hey, do you guys remember? You got Bebop and Rocksteady, right? And one of them's black, one of them's white. We already know that. But a long time ago, they came out with the transforming toys, and both Bebop and Rocksteady were white.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a minute, they got the fucking toy wrong. What the hell?
Right. Yeah. So hey guys,
find that toy on eBay.
let's switch it up real quick. Moving on to something else that's pretty near and dear to our hearts, and that would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video games.
Hell yeah!
Let's revisit some of the best ones over the years. Starting with the first, I mean that ridiculous swim level for Turtles 1 on the NES. Oh my god, but
hated that swim level.
I hated that swim level, but I have to admit that
finally, as a kid, I beat it, but I never beat the game.
Yeah.
Never beat that game.
I got to the
Technodrome.
I got the Technodrome and didn't
beat it. As far as I ever got.
That shit was
I
hard.
actually made it up to Shredder.
Yeah.
I just won my last turtle and I couldn't beat him. Yeah, I actually did make it to Shredder and I couldn't beat him though. I had like one turtle. And because of the non-existent checkpoint system, we had to start all the way back at the beginning of the Technodrome. And I was like, I'm not going through this again.
Mm-hmm.
I had a method to get through that game because I beat it, and Don was the best person to fight Shredder with because he obviously had the longest reach. And
He's the best person to fight anybody with.
Period.
Yeah, I know. So I would always sacrifice, unfortunately, even though Raphael was my favorite, I would always sacrifice him and Michelangelo on the swim level because their weapons sucked. And it was always Leo and Donnie that pretty much did all the work in the actual game. So, I mean, realistically, like Leo and Raph were like kind of my scapegoats for every single mission. And they would basically have to run through all the different levels and houses and whatnot, take all these hits and damage. And then I'd switch to like Leo or Don so they could finish off the boss. So, I mean, it was kind of messed up, but I mean, the game itself was like, it was horrible because everybody wanted that arcade game. Honestly, let's just be realistic.
Which they did release for the NES and whatnot. They did release for the NES, and I actually played that a lot too.
I got the NES one still.
Yeah. Plus, the NES had a bonus level. It was like a snow level and whatnot. Yeah, 2 bonus levels, and the soundtracks for those levels were really good. I might actually have to find those and whatnot, see what but they were like really good. So they were awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, like I want to freaking. What you do?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I actually have that game, but I want to get the Genesis and the Super Nintendo one, Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist. But these fools out there want way too much, in my honest opinion. I was at a store not too long ago. They had the Genesis one. They wanted $50, cart only, and I'm just like, yeah.
Well, let's name some other games. Obviously, everybody's gonna say that the Turtles arcade games, specifically Turtles in Time, was probably the best times of our lives as young adolescents playing in the arcades. The first Turtles arcade game was a classic, but Turtles in Time was just a step above. Just great. What do we remember most about those games from as a kid?
Actually, sidetrack a little bit. Now there was a fighting game tournament just this
Tournament
past weekend
Yeah,
called
Tournament Fighter.
Combo Breaker, and they were actually playing tournament fighters there. They had a lot of old school fighting games there, man. And had I known about this, I actually would have went down there and went, man. Like they were playing Tournament Fighter, and like it was the one for the SNES, and that was actually a pretty good fighting game.
That was a damn good. I loved that game. Of course, throughout all the Turtles games, usually the one that I will always pick would be Donnie because of the long reach with the bow staff, and that was just the way.
I like Shredder.
Yeah.
Because he had that Power Crusher, and he was slamming across the screen with his and stuff. So.
Yeah. So anyway, we had Turtles in Time. We had the original Turtles. We had Tournament Fighters. What were some of the terrible ones? What were some of the terrible Teenage Mutant Turtles fighting games? I can't really remember all of them. I think I stopped playing after the SNES.
PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360. They were terrible.
Yeah, see, I stopped playing after the NES and SNES.
Are you're not talking about that remake of Turtles in Time that they came out with? That was all in 3D.
That was they didn't code that right. I mean, that one was bad, but they had one that was based off of the 2007 movie that came out, and it was just a button mashing fest. It required it was like the easiest 1,000 achievement points you could get in the game, man. It required no thought process at all. It was bad.
I didn't play that one.
No, you trust me.
What were you saying, Josh?
What were you saying, Josh?
Most horrible ones come from the handhelds. Oh man, back when Tiger games were king.
Oh man! Oh man! Tiger video games. Hey, GQ, I know you still got some of those Tiger games laying around. Do you happen to have that?
I was just gonna say.
There's a whole drawer full of them.
Yeah, he does. But
I did not have Turtles. I never liked most of those Tiger games, and Turtles was not a franchise that I was going to taint with a Tiger Electronics game. That would have been horrible. I would have just been mad at myself. But Jordan versus Bird, Shinobi, and Mega Man 2 all day long.
Those were essentials. Those were essentials. Yes, sir.
Love the Castlevania one.
Right. So honestly, obviously, Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan came out last month, I think it was, right, Dido?
No, it was because today's first day.
Today's 1st of June.
Yeah, it came out last week.
Came out last month. Not last week.
But that was also last week.
Anyway, like I was getting ready to say, I don't know if I should ask Dido because he's got it, but it was still in the cellophane.
I played it, but much.
Okay, so he played it. So did anybody else play it? And what did you guys think of it? What did you guys think of the latest Turtles game?
I read a review on it first, heard it was bad, so I actually bought it. And since Steam has return policy now, I played it for about an hour and a half or whatnot. Oh wow, man! Platinum Games dropped the ball on this one. The game is not good at all. So I sent in a request to have because thing is, but long story, I got my money back. I don't recommend it to anybody. It's extremely repetitive and not in a good way.
And I'd have to be on the other side of that one because I bought it as well and I played it. First off, playing it multiplayer is friggin' way better than playing it single player. You got to play with people. Okay. And yeah, it is repetitive, but so all the other beat 'em up games we played through as kids growing up is just the same old kind of beat 'em up game. And like I think they did a pretty good job with like the combo stuff, the cinematic of it. If you liked Transformers Devastation, because it's damn near the same game.
Just play that. No, I think Transformers Devastation is way better than this.
It's damn near the same game, except for it's multiplayer.
I think they tried to take the formula of Transformers Devastation. It's just a lot got lost in translation. A lot. So I would say avoid it. Just play Transformers Devastation. If you want to torture yourself, then like wait for it to go on sale and then buy it and then be like, oh wow, sale was right. Just saying.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna sit down and actually play more. I got up to Bebop and it was. I mean, I liked it. To me, it felt like playing an arcade style game, except for it was just like you weren't stuck to slash jump kick slash jump kick slash. You had a lot more that you could actually do with stuff.
Just a question though, Don't you got some other games that you should be
I
playing
do.
besides
I
that
got a
one?
lot of other games I need to be playing.
Oh, okay.
We've had this discussion before.
I'm just curious, you know.
Kahuna,
I'm not gonna freaking start playing Turtles and stop playing Uncharted, which you guys can find me playing on Twitch occasionally. I will put that out there for everybody to see. Twitch,
define occasionally, man.
at least once a week.
Okay.
Problem is, it has to be on the weekends, and if I'm not, busy on the weekends, I'll definitely do it. I may do it this Sunday, but I got to install some stuff into a computer, and then I'm debating if I'm going to go play football or not.
That takes precedence. That takes
Yeah,
precedence.
no, he putting that off for like
No, that's
2
happening.
months now.
That's happening Friday.
Okay. All right. Kahuna, what's some of your favorite Turtles games, or what's one of your worst ones from memory?
The only ones I remember playing was the arcade ones.
Okay.
And I loved them, so.
I mean,
it was nothing.
You kill a whole afternoon playing Turtles in Time, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's the I haven't played any of the more recent or whatever else came after that Turtle games.
Is it because your brother took your video game mojo?
It took my video game manhood away from me.
Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on now. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
Okay, I have a question about the new Turtles game. Since you're playing against, with people rather online, do you run into the problem of some idiot always stealing the pizza when they don't need the pizza?
Damn children.
Oh, I used to hate that shit.
Damn children. Used to make a beeline for that pizza, man. Ugh.
I used to be ready to like smack people when they did that. I was like, seriously,
I never understood that.
Right. I mean,
I'm just surprised you just died and came back with a full health bar.
You got full health, and you gonna grab the pizza? Yeah.
I know.
I was just saying that in 2016, I'm surprised it's still a pizza instead of like a vegan vegetable plate.
Please, you're kidding, right? Oh, we got someone coming in. Got someone coming in. And please do continue, Josh. Oh well, I guess it's hard to do with the dial tone. It is hard to do. Hopefully, hopefully he doesn't keep us waiting.
I've been away from the show. I've been away from the show before we started.
Hello, caller. Who's joining us?
Later.
Oh, he's not in.
Looks like he didn't pick up.
He didn't pick up. He doesn't. Yeah. We got the voicemail. We're not going back a second time. So. Ooh boy. Oh boy. Hey, it is what it is. He missed his window. So, real quick, what does everybody think? Is this movie going to be good, and will it make you anticipate a third Turtles film? Because you know it's coming, regardless of what we think and what it does this weekend. Turtles is a franchise, and franchises are what it's all about nowadays. So,
I think it's going to be at the least bit. It's going to be entertaining. I think it's going to be a pretty fun movie.
Okay, as entertaining as X-Men, or more entertaining? Better. Okay.
Better.
All right, Sev, what do you think?
Yeah, I would have to agree with Cone here on that. I think it's gonna be better than X-Men.
You're a little biased in that judgment, aren't you? You're a little biased.
No, I'm not biased, man. I'll just call it like it is, man. Attention to detail. It's probably gonna be better than Dawn of Sorrows too, and I'm probably gonna walk away more entertained from this film than X-Men Apocalypse and Dawn of Sorrows combined.
Ooh, okay. GQ, you think it's gonna be good? Are we gonna make you anticipate a third one?
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. They'll probably make enough money to get a third movie greenlit, and I'll be looking forward to Doctor Strange. So that's kind of
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dido, you think it's gonna be good, bad, indifferent?
Well, let's see. Just basing it off the first movie, the action in the first movie was, very comic booky action movie, canon films-ish. So, I expect that to be a little bit more. Hopefully, they won't have the dumb stuff that I didn't like. And hopefully, April O'Neil is not going to be the one that, kicks that guy's ass because that was some
Oh,
stupid
you
bullshit.
mean like this big overdone Shredder costume?
Yeah.
I hope they don't do that again.
That's a little bit. That's too
I
much.
told you that's not Shredder. That's Japanese Megatron.
Well,
That's that's the what do they call those things? The grater, cheese grater.
That's right.
But I expect the movie just to be. I mean, I don't know how to expect anything. I like that they're putting in certain characters in there. I'm just hoping that they just don't do stupid stuff like they did with the last one. And there wasn't a lot of stupid stuff that made me say this movie it sucked. It was just like, why would they do that? That was just dumb.
What about the "we're bulletproof" line?
We're bulletproof? Who said that?
Yeah, remember when they were getting shot at and Raphael was like, "We're bulletproof," and I'm like, well, they should be bulletproof, but you shouldn't because you didn't get the burst of adrenaline. So
Yeah.
how can you be bulletproof? You know, it was like little stuff like that, you know, and the sewer line that led straight all the way to the super tower in New York, you know.
Very convenient.
It's just some of those stupid things. Like I have not watched the second one the first one since the theater, and I just didn't have any interest of seeing it again. I had an interest in seeing it in the theater, and I saw it in the theater, and they got basically like a C for me, maybe a C minus, just because that whole April O'Neil bullshit. But the new one, I kind of look for more of the same, except for I'm just excited to see the new characters in it. They actually no more backstory. Like sequels to me sometimes are, and I won't say they're better because everybody says, "Oh, the original's better," and in most cases they are. But you don't have to rehash, retell anything. You can just hop right into the new story and get going. So I expect me to. I don't want to say I'm going to like it more. I'll tell you if we do a recap review after. But I can't have any expectations. Sorry, can't.
Okay.
I'm going to go see
Fair
it though.
enough.
I'm excited to just be in the theater.
All right. And Josh,
Sounds ridiculous, but
what do
whatever.
you think is going to be good, entertaining, bad? What?
Yeah, there's no way it's going to be worse than the first one. I think they're probably going to improve on it. They added, nostalgia elements of
way.
things that.
Are you sure? There's no way it can be worse than the first?
Of course, there's some way it could possibly be worse, but I would be highly suspect to think that it's going to be worse than the first one. They're probably going to learn from some of the mistakes. Most of the stuff that I've heard, people are saying that it had some misgivings about certain parts, but that it ended up succeeding in places where the first one failed. So I think it's going to do better. But as far as movies doing poorly, though, Apocalypse is not the only one that did really poorly over the holiday weekend.
Which one?
And you also have Alice in Wonderland, the new Alice in Wonderland movie, Through the Looking Glass, did criminally poor. And that first movie did $1 billion and change. That is
I was looking at that film and I'm like, who even asked for a sequel to that movie? I think maybe it should have made $1 billion, but
no, that movie
first
made
movie
bank.
was like, no, I know it did, but the second, like, it was like you kind of didn't need to really tell much of anything else. It was kind of like beginning, middle, end, and then it was done. Then they made another movie anyway.
It's kind of like it goes back to what Dido said. Everybody's trying to find that franchise. They're like, hey, I think we can do a franchise of Alice in Wonderland. But again, it's always been a solidly told story. And this whole, I actually saw the trailer for it last Thursday, and I was like, oh, they're doing a sequel to Alice in Wonderland, but gotta
right.
The money train.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I mean, it was kind of like the sequel nobody asked for, but I mean, that doesn't always mean a bad thing. But yeah, the movie did horribly in the box office. A lot of it had to do with the whole Johnny Depp controversy nonsense going on right now. But
I was just going to ask about that.
Well, apparently that's supposed to be legit. I mean, they did a People magazine article. There's pictures. I mean, I'll wait till the evidence hits. But I mean,
what did he do?
He supposedly beat his wife.
Supposedly beat Amber Heard, his wife.
Well,
she had her girlfriend take pictures of her that are now in People magazine, and she definitely got knocked around by somebody. Maybe not Johnny Depp, but she got knocked around.
That one picture of her that they took a picture of the bruise. He must have threw that phone hard as shit because you can actually see the square part of the phone on her face.
Damn.
Listen, if I had a dime for every time my wife threw a phone at me, I could afford a new phone. I'm just saying.
Yo, man, that might be a little too personal information to be shared on the show, my friend.
Here's the
Real.
thing, though. I'm gonna throw this out there. It's like if you're Johnny Depp, why even bother to get married? Like, what would be the point? Like, you don't really need to.
I knew you were gonna go there, dude. I knew you were gonna go
But
there.
the thing is, it's like,
Hey, LL Cool J said it best.
You're rich, you're famous, you have money, you can get basically any woman you want. Have them all sign contracts as far as, sleep with you, you get nothing else out of this besides, the sex, and that's we'll part ways, and I'll go find another one. It's like there's no point if you're that dude to get married.
LL Cool J said it best. Unfortunately, he said, and I quote, "I need love," and banging chicks ain't love. Yeah, he could bang chicks. He probably have banged more chicks than you could even freaking count as a number because he could. And then he just felt empty because that's how some people do. Like they go to a buffet and eat everything and still feel hungry. You need some sustenance, and apparently
they still
banging everybody's
Yeah, but okay, but I'm gonna say Joe Higashi said it better. You can't buy love, but you could be surprised at how easy it is to rent sometimes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I forgot he said that in that movie, man.
So hey, it is Comic Book Wednesdays. Did anyone pick up any of the Rebirth titles or Civil War and Hand of Omega was asking?
Yep, he was asking that.
I think that people are still reeling from Captain America hailing Hydra, and I'm very shocked that no other news came out but that. Actually, I'm not shocked at that. I find it hilarious, and Marvel is trolling DC yet again.
Boo.
You knew that was coming.
That was a smart move on their part.
Now,
from a marketing
everything that
standpoint,
came out today, DC Rebirth, I picked up everything because I want to see where they're going with this and whatnot. So I'll probably read all those tomorrow and whatnot. So
I read the Superman Rebirth and I read the
Batman.
What was the Batman?
What about Green Lanterns? Because I know that one.
I didn't read the Green Lantern or the Green Arrow one yet.
Okay. The Green Arrow.
But it was kind of cool. What's kind of cool is that Kenshiro is finally going to be Superman.
What?
Yeah. He's my name. He's
the
my
name of
namesake.
the Asian Superman.
Yeah, is my name. It's my name.
Right.
Oh man, he had to pull it out. He had to pull it out. Hail Hydra. Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
So does this mean that since Captain America is a Nazi, does this mean that he's gonna have to kill Sam Wilson?
I don't know.
That's right.
I know this is probably going to end up changing before long. I mean, I'm sure it's another Red Skull ploy. He was supposedly involved in the story that led up to Steve Rogers coming back to being young and virile. With
He's a clone baby.
Yeah, something. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
But in any case, any other books you picked up today, Josh? Besides the Rebirth
Civil
books?
War.
Civil War
2.
Yeah. Now I know there's supposedly a spoiler, and I read the free comic book day version, and I think I can pretty much guess who's the one that ended up dying. Is it?
Who says there's only one?
Yeah, there's. Oh.
Who's dying?
Oh.
Who says anybody died?
Oh.
Who's dying?
It's out there. It's out there. Somebody did die.
Well, somebody. Well, just tell me who. Just tell me who died.
I don't want to spoil it, man. I don't want to do that.
I'm not gonna read it. That's why you just tell me.
Or to our fans. Well, I'll just say this. Okay, so in the preview book, you see that Rhodey and She-Hulk are critically injured. I'll just say.
Yeah, he'll just say that. Yeah, both of them got critically injured in a fight against Thanos.
So that means that Rhodey died because they always got to kill off one of the black people.
Right. I will say this: I was horribly underwhelmed by every book that I picked up today.
Really? Even the DC ones?
I thought that Superman was okay. I thought that I haven't read Green Lantern yet. I didn't pick up Green Arrow. I'm not a huge Green Arrow comic book fan.
Just make sure
GL yet.
Make sure Eric doesn't read Green Arrow, because isn't Felicity in Green Arrow now, in DC proper?
I think
I think
she
she
might have
is.
a cameo.
Yeah.
They brought Black Canary back. They're gonna flesh out that relationship again in comic
Oh,
books.
okay. All right.
But no, Superman was okay, and I thought that Batman was okay. I just thought they were okay. I thought that Civil War was just okay. They really tried to shoehorn in the reasons that they're fighting way too much. It's like they come together for some big event, and it's like, okay, hey, now let's fight about what this means for our future. It just seems really, really forced. It was a decent comic book. I will say this. DC could learn something from Marvel when it comes to their.
Whoa!
Right.
Where is the Where is the real?
Oh my God!
Prepare
Kobe
for
Brooklyn,
this.
thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Okay, so the big showcase books, like for example, The Death of Wolverine and now Civil War, like this.
Stuck in the Matrix right when he was getting good. Right when he was getting good.
All right, am I back? Am I
Back
back?
up. Back up. Okay.
All right, sorry. I had to fight Agent Smith for a moment there. No, they had a glossy cover. It's really thick paper, cardstock cover. It's a really nice looking book. It comes with a free digital copy. Granted, it's a $6 book, but it's just they're premium quality stuff. They had the same thing with The Death of Wolverine. It was just a really high quality actual physical comic book. It's something to see, period, from either one of the major manufacturers outside of a trade. But DC could learn from that. If they would offer a digital free book with one of their more premium books and a premium quality book, you know what I'm saying? I think that they do themselves a service. But they couldn't do it for $2.99, which is, I bought almost 3 books for the cost of one Marvel book. So there is something to say there.
I don't know if your masters at DC will be happy with what you just said.
Yeah, I'm with Josh on that. The books, I mean, I only read 2 of them. I didn't read Civil War yet, but yeah, they were kind of lackluster. There really wasn't anything to it. I had to go ahead and adopt the Kinshiro way of reading comics.
Yes, sir. Digital.
I'm actually kind of leaning more towards that now because you can just store more data on like little SD card and whatnot. So
yeah, well, I mean, especially after I read those 2, and it's like, well, shit, man, I would have spent $6 for that.
Right. I will say this: they introduced a new character in Batman. Batman Bruce Wayne's basically taking on a young Black Ward, which
he's not new. He's not new. He's been around. Duke,
he's not brand new, but he's actually in the Batcave.
Oh yeah, he's in the Batcave, but he was in that. He was in the run when Commissioner Gordon was Batman, and I think he was also in Duke. No, Duke is his name. And he was in Duke Thomas, and he was actually part of the whole that book We Are Robin. He was in that book.
We Are Robin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We Are Robin. He was in that book too. So yeah.
Hold on, his name is Duke.
Yeah, his first name is Duke. Duke Thomas.
Duke is an awesome
They should have named
name.
him something cool like Declan.
Like Declan.
Declan ain't no black dude's name. What? Come on, man.
Duke is a great name.
Duke could be better. Yeah.
Okay.
I never met a black dude named Duke. I only know him in the
Duke,
comics.
Duke could be a nickname.
There's only one Duke in all of. No, there's only one Duke in all of everything, and that is Duke Hauser from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
That's it. And that dude was white.
What about Duke and Predator, dude? Arnold Schwarzenegger. Come on now.
Yeah.
What about Duke
Togo doesn't
Togo,
count.
the world's greatest assassin?
But Duke Togo. Duke Togo does count. What's the matter with you? Duke Togo does.
No, he doesn't.
No, Duke Togo. Oh, Duke Nukem. Well,
No.
Come get some.
No.
Come get some.
No.
Dude, I mean, oh man.
It's interesting development. They're making some interesting developments in Superman, but yeah, I wasn't blown away, but I will say none of them. Civil War, the Rebirth books, none of them have a candle on the Rebirth special. That was one of the best comic books I've read in the last.
Oh, the one that came out last week. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
good.
It was such a great book.
Hand of Omega's got Hand of Omega's got a good name for Duke. He says it should have been Delroy. His name should have been Delroy, not Duke. Like Delroy Lindo. Should
Should've
have been Delroy, not Duke.
No.
Should have been Delroy.
Declan.
I don't know about that.
Declan.
I don't know about that
Should have
one.
been Declan. Okay. Oh, Kobe Pilgrim joins the show. Just our new follower as of today. His name should have been Duke, as in Duke Ellington. Duke Ellington. Duke Ellington Thomas. Duke Ellington Thomas. Yeah, that would have been pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, guys, this
Why
is
you
11.
gotta be a jazz man?
Right.
I'm not gonna get too attached to him because they probably gonna kill him off at the end of the year and bring like a younger Alfred back through like cloning or something. So
Yo, man, what if he turns out to be the best Batman sidekick that they've had, even better than well, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy.
Like that
now.
one episode when the dude was working on Batman's car for him.
Yeah, Earl. Yeah, Earl.
Well, he's had an old white English guy working on his car this time. I mean, I think it's okay. We can let a black guy work on his car.
Where's Earl? Come on, man. I miss Earl. That was a cool ass episode, man. He was working on.
That's why that show
car.
was better than all shows because they used to go off radar with some of their episodes.
For real.
You were just sitting there like, dude, this is still interesting.
Yeah, it was like
an entire episode where like the villains were playing cards, talking about how they almost got Batman. That was
the
freaking
best episodes
series.
I hit him with a rock.
Such a great episode.
Best episodes ever, dude.
It was a really big
rock.
It was a really big rock.
That was one of the best episodes ever. Anyway, guys, it's after 11 o'clock. We're gonna get out of here. It was a great show, Josh. Thanks for being on. Glad to have you back. Hope you can be around and stop pissing off your wife so she'll stop throwing phones at you, man. Maybe then you'll be able to be on the show. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get out of here for GQ, for Dido, for the Big Kahuna, for Sev, and for Josh. I'm Kishiro. We'll see you guys on Monday. We'll be no show on Friday. We're gonna be watching the Turtles. We'll see you guys on Monday, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Go see the Turtles definitely for the show. Kobe Pilgrim, thank you for joining and thank you for following. Please come back on Monday. Check us out. And follow us on Twitter and Facebook so you can get updates on what the show is going to be covering. So we will see you guys. All you have a great night. We'll see you guys later. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Nighty night.
Good night, everybody.
As he pulls out his green Game Boy Color. Of course you're going to have a green Game Boy Color, right?
So who got killed in the Civil War, man? Just tell me who died. That's all.